What's up, guys? It's a 2008 Ford Focus, 2-liter, 5-speed. Anyhow, video today is how to remove an engine from a Ford Focus. I'm going to give you the steps. I'm going to be tearing it out tomorrow. I did most of the work already. I'm swapping another 2-liter in and adding a turbo. Anyhow, first thing I did was got the car home, and well, somebody stole my battery right out of the car on the side of the interstate. So I didn't have to take the battery out; it was already out. So started with the airbox. Airbox went over here, then swung down into the intake. So took the airbox out. After I did that, took the ECU out, undid the wiring from the top of the engine, fuel line for the fuel rail, disconnected all the stuff at the top, slowly worked my way down. Once you get to the intake manifold, I'd remove that. Then once you remove that, you can finish taking off the wiring, and I mean it becomes a cluster down there. But anyhow, you got your air compressor, you got 3 bolts in there. Mine are completely taken out. I got 1 bolt right there, barely in the threads, just hanging on to it, just to make sure I don't ruin my hoses or any connections. Can't take that off till I jack the engine up. Power steering, I took the high pressure and the low pressure line off, then undid that. Then you come to the back of the engine, you got your exhaust manifold I took off. Then you have your alternator. You got 2 nuts, one on top, one on bottom. Take that off. Can't remove the alternator till you jack the engine up, same as AC compressor. So basically all I got is 1 engine mount, 2 engine mounts up top holding it, and the bottom engine mount. So down below here, try to get the best angle I can. You got your shift cables. I took those off. Then you got your shift cable holders. Those are basically just pull back on them, the black knob, and just pull up out of the bracket, and it should pop right out. I had to twist mine and spray it with some WD-40 for them to quick release. It's basically a quick release. Just pull it back, pop right out. After that, did the CV shafts. So take your wheel off, undo the CV nut, took the brakes off, hung the brakes up, pounded this down. Then there's going to be a bracket on the back of the engine for your CV shaft and your half shaft connection. I unbolted that, and it will slide completely right out of the transmission. Then down in there, you see that rod. If you take a screwdriver in between there and hold it up against that rod, you're going to see and feel the other driver side CV shaft. Basically put your screwdriver right against that rod at an angle so it points inwards, so you're not hitting the splines, and you give it a good whack and it'll pop it out. If you don't have the Ford dealership tool, that cost $80. That's how I did it. Then basically from there, you just got your engine mounts holding it up, and this bottom bracket. They say you don't have to take this whole bottom support out, but if you do, loosen the bolts, but keep them in, and just drop this down about 4 inches. And you should be able to get the engine and transmission to clear without hitting. It's just a little bit more